Most people think they understand the size of countries, but the truth is, the world map has probably been lying to you your entire life. Japan feels bigger than it looks. Now here's the opposite effect. Japan doesn't look particularly large on maps, but Japan feels much bigger than many people expect, because while its land area is smaller than countries like Brazil or China, its population density is incredibly high. Huge cities stretch across the country with millions of people packed into relatively limited space. Indonesia is much bigger than people realize. When most people imagine Indonesia, they think of a cluster of tropical islands, but Indonesia is enormous. The country stretches across more than 3,000 miles. That's wider than the continental United States. Flying from one side of Indonesia to the other can take nearly as long as crossing major continents. And because Indonesia is broken into thousands of islands, our brains often underestimate its scale. But geographically, it spreads across a huge portion of Southeast Asia. It's not a small island country, it's one of the largest archipelagos on Earth. Chile is basically a giant wall along South America. Chile may look thin on the map, but it's shockingly long. The country stretches roughly 2,700 miles from north to south. That's longer than the distance from New York to Los Angeles. Yet because Chile is narrow, many people mentally shrink it. But traveling across Chile means moving through deserts, mountains, forests, glaciers, and subpolar regions, all inside one country. Chile's geography is so extreme that it contains some of the driest deserts on Earth and massive icy regions near Antarctica. It's less like a normal country, and more like an entire continent compressed into a thin strip. China and Brazil completely dominate their regions. Some countries are so large, they completely reshape the geography around them. Brazil covers nearly half of South America. It's larger than the entire continental United States, excluding Alaska. And deep inside Brazil sits the Amazon rainforest, one of the largest ecosystems on Earth. Meanwhile, China is so geographically massive that it contains deserts, tropical regions, giant mountain ranges, megacities, grasslands, and frozen northern territories, all within a single border. China is roughly the same size as Europe, but because Europe is divided into many countries, while China appears as one shape, people often underestimate just how enormous it really is. The world map distorts reality. The problem begins with the map itself. Most modern world maps use something called the Mercator projection. It was designed hundreds of years ago for navigation, not accuracy. The farther a country is from the equator, the larger it appears.